Hi, my name is Pastor Bless of the SDA Church Akosombo. I am very pleased to invite you to a massive blood donation exercise. This is being done by the Donate Blood Save Life Foundation in collaboration with the Ghana Health Service, Sojamai, and Hope Channel Ghana. This exercise is coming on the 4th of December 2020. We are mobilizing young men and women from all over the country to be present here in Akosombo on the 4th. Friends, I want to invite you to join us, and I hope you'll be with us. You know, blood is life. Join us to donate blood and soul. God bless you.
Hope Channel, changing lives.
A very wonderful evening to you, my dear viewer. We are so proud of you that every Thursday evening you make a date with us. We've been to your set for so long, and we have decided to always give you the best as Family Life. Today you are on Family Life on Hope TV. I'm your host, Mrs. Betty Adom, and because we love you so much and we love our country so much, we don't want to keep our listeners in the dark. We want us to interact on how we can have a peaceful election as families. And so today we are going to discuss the role of the family in a peaceful election, and then help to give some security tips that will help you protect you throughout this election. I want to say that we don't have any country apart from Ghana. Ghana is our home, our motherland, a land precious for us. Some people lay down their life in order for us to have the peaceful environment we are having. And so this election is not going to throw us overboard for us to enter into anything that we have never dreamt of. And so, as a family, as a group, as citizens, we want to discuss the role that our families can play in order for us to have a peaceful election. And so today on the set, I have two important individuals with me here. I have a woman which is so glued to families. She loves families. She loves the country. So whatever work that she does, she attaches her whole heart to the work that she does. She's here to support us and educate us on how we can go through the election process successfully and the role we can play to have a peaceful election. We have Madam Wilhelmina Nancy Edu Asamoah. She is the director for Krowo Municipal Assembly, the NCCE. She's in charge of NCCE at the Krowo Municipal Directorate. And then we have Chaplain Lieutenant Colonel Pastor Peter Kwame Nyako Dodu. Chaplain, you are welcome.
Thank you so much.
Madam, you are welcome.
Thank you, dear.
I'm so grateful to have you this evening. In fact, this topic that we are going to discuss is very, very important and dear to my heart. Because, you know, I love my family out there so much. They always listen to us. And so what information can we give to them to protect them in this very election? And so on this note, my dear family, I welcome you once again. My name is Mrs. Betty Adom. I'm going straight to Madam Wilhelmina to give us a little brief about what she does at NCCE. Madam, you are welcome.
Thank you, dear.
How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Today I want a smile. Yes, tell us a little about NCCE.
Okay, thank you very much. NCCE is an independent organization, and our duty is to educate the citizens on their rights and responsibilities.
Okay.
for them to be law abiding. That's our duty, and we also encourage the citizens to protect the 1992 Constitution and defend it at all times.
Good. Pastor, I know you are a chaplain and you are a military man, and you have gone for a lot of peacekeeping. That is why you are here. You have had experience of what war is. I just want you to tell us a little about your work as a chaplain, and then when you go to the peacekeeping, your little experience.
Your chaplains are pastors or rabbis or imam or cardinals who have been trained to administer or give religious support to specialized institutions such as the police, the military, the service, just to mention but a few. And wherever, like in the military, wherever the troop goes, you go with them. So for instance, I'm just from Lebanon. I was in Lebanon for 1 year, 3 months with the soldiers. And then you administer. See, the military job is sometimes so stressful. And you need somebody to care for their well-being, their welfare, and their spiritual being. And that is the reason why I was there with them.
Okay. So your experience with the war?
I don't want to talk about war. War is a bad thing.
Okay.
But sometimes war becomes inevitable. Because if somebody would want to attack you, you have to defend yourself. So if you find yourself in a situation where you have to defend your country or your people, then you have to go into war. And these people who go into war, they are human beings like us. They have feelings, emotions, everything, etc., except that they have been trained to work under that condition, which the normal civilian has not been trained to work at.
Is it a wonderful experience, or is something that no one needs to dream of, having a war in your country?
I think war must be avoided.
Okay.
It must be avoided, and avoided completely, because it destroys things. Human beings are killed, infrastructure is being destroyed, development comes to a halt. There is bitterness, hatred, there is people are hurt, pain, nothing goes on. So the areas that I've gone to, twice I've gone to Ivory Coast, I've gone to Lebanon, I have gone to the Democratic Republic of Congo, I have gone to South Sudan. So when you see people, like you see children, they are malnourished, you see women, I can't just talk about it. It's so sad. So sometimes when you come home and you begin to do some brainstorming, it beats your imagination. No food, women are raped. Sometimes, not that they are raped, they just come because they don't have money to buy food, no food. So they just come, whatever you want to do, give me money. They become sex object. It beats my imagination. So I don't understand why somebody would want to go into war. Why?
Pastor, chaplain, let me end your war. We will talk about war. In fact, I don't want to get sad immediately. I want to be in this. Okay. Somebody say, I want to be in the mood so that we can carry on. And so we'll move straight to Madam Nancy. We are going into election. We need to have a lot of information as to how we'll be able to handle ourselves. So I just want you to first go into the Vigilantism Act with us, and then walk us through the election process, what we are supposed to do, what we need not to do, all the information that my viewers need. We are giving you just 15 minutes. Walk us through and let us know exactly what is in there for us as citizens.
All right, thank you very much. Article 35 Clause 1 of the 1992 Constitution states that Ghana is a democratic country. Therefore, anyone can join any political party. So the fact that someone is with party A and you are in party B doesn't make you enemies.
Okay.
And you can't force anyone to join a particular party. The same 35 clause 9 talks about promoting political tolerance. So we need to tolerate each other. We need to respect each other's views. I always say that with time, I don't think we'll even need campaigns. We should just go on the net, go to the bookshops, and buy the party's manifestos. We'll read through what we want. We just, what do I say? What we want, we'll just decide on who to vote for than to go to campaigns, because the resources that goes into campaigning is not easy.
Okay.
At least they can save that money for something else, for development of the nation. So I don't see why people fight here and there just because a brother or a sister is with another party. There's no need for that. So we have about 4 days to go to the polls. We are urging citizens or voters that they should tolerate each other. We don't want any violence. We want to achieve free, fair, and transparent, violence-free elections.
Okay.
So these are some of the things that we need to do. On the 7th of December, if you are a voter, you take your voter ID card and go to the polling station. Before that, we should still observe the COVID-19 safety protocols. As we were coming, the driver that we came with said, I said, where is your nose mask? And I said, oh, madam, I said, you already cry, cool. So we should still take it serious. We should wear our nose masks, take our sanitizers. 3 days ago, I was educating the youth group in a church, and they were challenging that, how about, it's the duty of the EC who should provide sanitizers. I said, fine. If you get there and it's finished, what do you do? So you think about your safety first. Take your sanitizer. If you go and there's water and soap, wash your hands and apply your sanitizer. Let's distance ourselves from each other so that we don't go and vote and rather bring sickness to the family or this pandemic to our families. So when you get there, we have the steps here. Before you go through the steps, you make sure you don't go there with any offensive weapon or any other material. So when you go to the station or the polling station, you follow the steps.
Okay.
Can we put it here?
Yes.
Or we should raise it?
I think we should raise it a little.
I should raise it. Okay, so the step 1 is where you have to join the queue.
Okay.
And we should be law abiding. Last week, Thursday, we went for a peace march with the security agencies. I don't know whether you were around.
Yeah, it was.
They've sounded a caution to those who will be indisciplined that they are going to deal with them. So please, those who are listening or watching us, if you get to the polling station and you are instructed to stand here, please follow instructions.
Good.
Just be law abiding.
Okay.
And you are free to go. So from there, you go with your ID card. They will check whether your name is in the reference list. Then you go to the verification officer. This time, maybe not all members will be verified, because there are times even with the health insurance machine, you go, you wash your hands, they will ask you to clean your hands, you do everything, and they will not get your fingerprints. So they will also use the facial. They will look at your picture on the ID card and that's of the one in the register. So they will allow you to vote if you are not able to be verified with the machine. Then you move to step 4. They will give you a ballot paper. Now we are going to vote for presidential and parliamentary. So you go for the presidential ballot paper and go to step 5. But what I'll say is that when we get to the polling station, that's how they fold the ballot paper, straight like this. And they'll fold it into 2.
Okay.
Please, we should not change it. So I'll use this one for the demonstration. Now, this is not what you will see at the polling station. We have 12 presidential candidates. This is not what you will see. At times, when you bring the same thing, if you try to thumb print here, they read meanings to it. The second one, they read meanings to it. That's why, since the inception, this is what I've been using.
Okay.
Key party, star, moon, and car party.
Okay.
So if you want to thumb print for moon party, you don't have to do it vertically.
Okay.
Yes, because we've observed that those who thumb print vertically, most of the time, they cross the line. And you don't know where to put it, whether you should give it to moon or you should give it to car. And we get so many rejected ballots. So this time we want to avoid rejected ballots. So instead of voting vertically, it should be horizontally.
Okay.
No matter the size of the box, you can get it correct. So that's what we want
and it should be in the middle.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes, please. Okay. And after that, you fold the paper as it is, because when you fold it like this and the ink is not dried, it might touch another box.
Okay.
As if you've thumb printed twice. But if you fold it like this and it touches the person's face, it's accepted.
Okay.
Because it's in the same line.
Please go over.
The ballot paper is like this.
Okay.
So after thumb printing, please don't fold it like this. If you fold it like this and the ink is not dried, it might touch another column.
Okay.
When you fold it like this, it might touch the last one. For instance, if you voted the first or the second, it might touch the last box. And it will show as if you've thumb printed twice. That's why we advise that you fold it as it was given to you. And you fold it like this and put it in the ballot box.
Okay.
So that's for the presidential. And now you can see what the person is doing, even though you don't know where he or she is voting. They have turned the booth in such a way that the person's back will face the crowd. Now, it's an offense to take a picture of a ballot cast.
Okay.
Yes. And just on the first, the special voting, someone was arrested at Crowell. And I learned the person is even a security personnel. But the person was in Mufti, so yeah. You'll be arrested. So now your back will face the crowd so that whatever you do in there, they will see it. So you don't have to take pictures. Now people take bribes and they take pictures to show it as an evidence that I voted for you, so I'm coming for my money.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's what they do. So they would like to take pictures. So we want to tell all citizens that it's an offense and we shouldn't try doing it. If you take any other foreign material, they will see. So we should all be careful. So after dropping the presidential one, You follow the same steps. You go to the polling assistant for the parliamentary ballot paper. You go to the booth, thumbprint, and go and put it in the ballot box. Then you move from the polling station to your house. There's no need staying at the polling station till 5 p.m. All the political parties, they have their agents there. So there's no need to waste the whole day at the polling station. If it's around 5 and you want to come and look at the counting, you are free to do that. Those who sell alcohol, they are not supposed to open their bars, drinking bars, 500 meters away from the polling station. Also, you don't have to wear any party colors to the polling station. 4 days ago, when we went for the program, someone asked that, even not nose masks, like the party's nose masks. And I said, it's not necessary. So we are not to use any party colors to the polling station.
You were talking about alcohol, that they shouldn't, those who sell alcohol should be some meters away. Is there any specific reason for that?
You know, when someone takes alcohol, the person is not normal, especially when they take it overdose.
Okay.
They misbehave. So we don't want any violence at the polling station. So we should all be law-abiding. When we read Romans 13, 1-3, it talks about respecting authorities. So we should respect authorities. And I think we will achieve the peace that we all want to see on that day. With the Vigilantism Act,
Madam Willie.
Wilhelmina.
Yes.
Or Mina.
Madam Mina, yes. Continue with that. I had wanted us to go, but continue with us. End with this Vigilantism.
The Vigilantism Act.
Yes,
Okay.
then we'll go.
On 23rd August 2019, a Vigilantism Act and other related offenses was passed.
Okay.
Act 999. So those who have the smartphones, they can open and read. With the act, if you go out there and cause violence, you'll be jailed for 10 years. If you go out there and cause violence with offensive weapons, guns, you'll be jailed 25 years. Anyone who sponsors a vigilantism group will also be jailed 10 years. And those who instigate people, we call it aiding and abetting, they will also be jailed for 10 years. And under the electoral sanctions, anyone who spread false information, that's the defamation of character, about your opponent or anyone, you'll be fined 6,000. Yes, or be in prison 2 years. In some cases, both. So we are urging the youth, don't go out there and cause violence. How much will you be given? Think about your family. Think about others. Don't think about that 1,000 cedis that you take today and destroy people's life. And if you are about 25 years, that's the analysis I always make, that if you are in prison for another 25 years, by the time you come, you'll be 50 years. And you cannot hold any public office or any political position after 10 years before you can hold any position. And by then you are 60 years.
Retired.
So you have retired yourself.
It's serious.
Meanwhile, the person that you were fighting for is enjoying. At times they will even deny that they've not asked you to carry any assignment. And you will be there alone. Go out there. If you don't have any skill, go out there and learn a skill. That one, about 2-3 years, you are done. Than to follow these politicians and mess up with your life. So that's my advice to the youth.
Thank you, Madam. We are going for a short break, and when we come, we'll continue with the security tips. Then we'll announce our lines for you to join. Then we'll also talk about the role of the family, our conversation, our actions, what we're supposed to do, even within the family cycle, what we are supposed to do in order to ensure peace. And so don't go away, we'll be right back. Pastor Chaplain Dodu is here to give us the security tips. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Pastor Bless of the SDA Church Akosombo. I am very pleased to invite you to a massive blood donation exercise. This is being done by the Donate Blood Save Life Foundation in collaboration with the Ghana Health Service, Soja Mike, and Hope Channel Ghana. This exercise is coming on the 4th of December 2020. We are mobilizing young men and women from all over the country to be present here in Akosombo on the 4th. Friends, I want to invite you to join us, and I hope you'll be with us. You know, blood is life. Join us to donate blood and soul. God bless you.
This is my story and the story of women everywhere.
Your ability to be prepared and then an opportunity that will come your way.
It has to do with determination and being focused. No matter what it is or no matter what happens along the way, you will still remain focused.
You must not compare your life with things you see in the movies.
It is the story of women taking control of their own destiny. Women of courage, passion, persistence, innovation, compassion, and determination.
When you look at the word wife, W means wisdom. So when you're about a warrior, you have to be very wise.
Superwoman. It's about those who dare to break barriers. We rise, we fall. But what's important is that we find our inner strength and stand tall. Women, know your value, wear your crown, write your own story. We believe there's no limit to what you accomplish. Watch Superwomen on this station as women empower other women.
I'm so grateful that you stayed with us. We are back and we want to welcome you back to Family Life, your program, my program. I'm Mrs. Betty Adam, and we are discussing the role of the family in a peaceful election and security tips. And we are so glad that Madam Nancy has taken us through a whole lot of process that we need to go through when we want to vote. At the same time, he has given us the Vigilante Act, what is expected of us, the various legal consequences of our actions that we are going to demonstrate over there when we go to vote. Now we are coming to the security tips, and Pastor is going to give us security tips on before, after, and even during the election. So, Chaplain, you are welcome.
Thank you so
Your
much.
viewers are ready for you.
All right. So,
but don't forget, Chaplain is Lieutenant Colonel Chaplain Peter Dodu.
Yes. Thank you so much. Before you go to vote, before just giving you 2 security tips. Number 1, you should know where your polling station is. It's very, very important, so that on the day of the election, you will not be going around looking for where. And then again, you should be well acquainted with the electoral processes before the day. So on the day, when you are going to vote, make sure, if it is possible, you go in a company with people you know. Because sometimes you are earmarked, you could be attacked. So go to your polling station in a group, in a company, people you are familiar with. Number 2, because sometimes the queue may be long, go with your water. So that you may be thirsty and you'll be looking for water, you will not have. So you go with your own water, what is also very, very important. Don't wear clothes that have party insignia or even a company, because you may attract unnecessary attention. So don't wear those things. Just a simple plain attire. And then don't also dress heavily with jewelry and expensive things, because people could attack you for no reason. And again, don't be telling people who you are going to vote for. Don't do that when you're in a queue. Just be in the queue and look at how the electoral process are just going. When it is your turn, then you go and then you vote. Don't go with your children. It is not important. Go alone, because the children, they can't vote, so why are you going with them? If you came with a car, make sure that you park your car a distance from where the voting is taking place. That is also very, 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 very important. When you are in a queue and there is any discussion on political issues, just dissociate. Don't engage yourself. It is not important. That is not the time for you to discuss, talk about party. This don't get yourself engaged in all those things, because it could erupt into confusion, argument, heated argument, and then violence can ensue, which is not very, very, very important. And then when you finish voting, I would want to advise you that go home. Just go home. If you want to come and observe the counting after 1700 hours, that is 5 p.m., you can come back and then watch. So these are some of the security tips you can have when you are on the day that you are going. After that, when you finish voting, don't tell anybody who you voted for. When you are going to vote, don't tell whom, or don't tell anybody who you voted for. Oh, I vote. It could bring problem. Don't do that. And then when you finish voting again, don't also engage in any political discussion. It is not necessary. You have voted. It should be in your mind. And then don't stand there to look at people who will be voting. You can go home. Okay. If you finish voting and maybe on your way going, you see a group of people who would want to snatch the ballot box or those things, don't get involved. Don't get involved. Just find your way and go home. Because when they do that, I believe the security who are responsible for that will apprehend them, and as Madam said, they will be jailed. So just, the military man will say, thin out. Thin out. Just quietly walk away and don't get yourself engaged. Go and stay home. And then after, if your party did not win, you don't need to start any violence. You don't need to do that. At the end of the stipulated years, you have another chance to vote. Maybe your party will come into power. So why do you want to go and cause confusion? But mind you, see, those big men who are usually behind all this group go and fight. Have you ever seen their children telling their children to go and fight? Telling their children to go and cause trouble? No, they don't do that. So ask yourself, even if they come to tell you, oh, you see, I'll give you money, ask them, where is your child? Where is your nephew or your niece? Where is your wife? Where is your brother? They are not there. But they want to mobilize you to go and cause confusion. And as Madam says, sometimes when you are apprehended, it's, oh, this person, I don't know you. They will dissociate themselves from you, and you'll be alone. If you are jailed 20 years and you are released, you are useless, excuse me. So we should not engage ourselves in all this electoral violence. We want a peaceful election. And when we talk about peaceful election, it is election that is characterized by orderliness, fairness, freedom. We should all strive to have these, so that at the end we have a peaceful election.
Yes, Chaplain, I want to find out, like, I'm in the queue voting. Okay, what are some of the things that will help me to know whether I am safe or where I am? There is possibility of getting myself into trouble.
The signs. So sometimes you may see a group of people dressed in the same attire. Maybe they'll be somewhere. You don't know exactly what they are doing. You must be careful. You may see somebody just not in the queue, but just walking, going up and down. You must be careful. You must be watchful. Watch the next line of action from such people. And sometimes people would want to behave under the pretense of being drunk.
Okay.
Watch them very well. Watch them well. And others, when they come, they don't even want to join the queue. They will just want to bypass because they are the big men. I don't know, they are whatever they are. Somebody got up early, as maybe as 4, 3, 5, came to join the line, standing there, patiently waiting for his or her turn. You just came and you are walking through. I remember in 1993, I went to Sweden. We were in a queue. When I saw an old lady, the African hospitality, I said, oh, ma, join. He said, no, you go. When it's my turn, I will come. I was shocked. An old lady. She said I should continue. But in Africa and in Ghana, because he's a big man, he will not join the queue. He will just bypass everybody. So such people can also cause commotion. We must be mindful of such people. And if you see somebody holding a gun, for what reason? A knife? What reason? You should begin to think ahead and say, no. You don't need a gun here. You don't need maybe a stick, another or knife, or any sharp object. Why are you bringing them? For what reason? That time is not a time to fight. You are just going to exercise your civic responsibility to elect people who want to lead the country. That is all. It is not a matter of fight. So when you see some of these things, you must be mindful. And if you think you still have that strong conviction that something can happen, you need to alert the security personnel. And we must try as much as possible to have emergency numbers, so that in case of anything, you can also call for reinforcement. You should have them. And make sure that you charge your phone very well, so that maybe the time you need to do a call, make a call, you have run out, the battery is gone out. You can't do it. So charge your phone very well. Have numbers, emergency numbers, security numbers that you can also call for reinforcement. These are all some security tips that you should have on the day of election.
The question goes to the two. Is it possible you can be taking photographs whilst you are in the queue? Like, because somebody can say, oh, the way I'm seeing somebody passing, let me just snap the person. Is that okay?
I think it will be proper to be taking pictures. Now, even with the COVID-19, we started education, and normally we use pictures for our reports. Of late, people don't want us to take them photographs.
Okay.
Especially when they are not in the nose masks. They think you want to prosecute them or something. So they will not allow you. So I don't see why you get to the polling station and you'll be taking pictures. I don't think people will be happy about that.
And that can even generate some kind of confusion.
Yes.
Okay.
And from what Chaplain said, in Ghana here, we have some people that we consider or give them the opportunity at the polling stations. They are the aged, pregnant women, and lactating mothers.
Okay.
And I think the PWDs, people with disabilities.
Okay.
So if you are in a queue and you see some of those I've mentioned and they allow them to go and vote, there's no need to complain.
Yes.
And also, there's no need to go and queue with gallons and stones. Now, people don't have time.
Okay.
Some of these issues generate problems. So go there, wait and vote till you leave the station. The youth group were also complaining that some of the political agents, they also cause problems by saying, I've queued for about 50 people. There are others who will intentionally take money and allow people to go and vote. I don't think that is proper. So if you are in that business, you better quit.
Then can I go there and then maybe queue for about 3 or 5 minutes and tell the person, oh, I'm going home to do something, so just be in the queue. When I come, I'm following you. Is that one also proper?
Yes, I think it's proper. For instance, if I am behind you,
okay,
or I just even go to the washroom and come back, by all means, I will tell you, oh, Mrs. Adam, please, I just want to use the washroom and come. So the next person that will come, you will inform the person that, oh, there's one woman here or there's a gentleman here. He will be back soon. They are not many, so it's not annoying. But why you tell the person, we have about 10 people here, we have about 20 people here, the person will not understand.
Okay.
You get it. But if it's 1 or 2, I don't think it's any issue.
Okay. So before we go, I want to announce our WhatsApp line and then the phone in for our viewers to also interact. And so we are on Family Life. We are discussing how families can contribute to a peaceful election. And so you can also interact with us by calling 055 96 80066. 05596800066 or 03029599065. 03029599065. If you have any question or you want to also contribute, you can send us a message or you can call. My honorable guests are here. They will be ready to interact with you. And so let's move on to the families. How should...
Please, before that, can I say something?
You can come in.
On the same electoral process,
okay,
we have a multiple list. Okay. Anyone who has registered twice or more, you find your name on the multiple list. So if you get to the polling station and your name is not in the register, don't go and cause violence.
Okay.
Because it's an offense and you need to be jailed. So if you've gone scot-free and they've just removed your name from the register to the multiple list, there's no need to go and argue over there. And others also take bribe, and because they fear that they will be cursed, they thumbprint twice. So if I take money from party A, like Chaplain and you, I don't want to be cursed, so I'll vote for Chaplain
and
vote for Mrs. Adam.
That will not be cursed.
It's also wrong.
Okay. Does it come with any punitive action?
No, that one you don't see it, so it's rejected.
Rejected.
Okay.
It becomes a rejected.
But in case you sell your ballot paper, that's why I always advise people that when you put your finger in the ink, make sure you clean it with a tissue before you handle the ballot paper so that you don't soil it. If you, in case you soil your ballot paper, you can also go to the presiding officer and take a new one.
Okay.
That one, he or she will inform the party agents. So they will come and they will write spalt on the one the person brought, and you'll be given a new one to vote.
Okay. Okay, so now let's get to the questions that the families, what kind of conversation from now on we should entertain within our family circle, because we want to ensure peace in our family. And we know we have, some families are made up of so many political parties. So what do we do? How do we ensure that our conversation and other things, what kind of conversation should go on within the family circle?
Okay. I think it should be in a dialogue manner.
Okay.
Like Chaplain, being a security man, my friend, Akosuyama Josephine, Monday, you are all going to vote for Party A. It won't bring peace because they are of age. They can decide for themselves. If you have a particular party that you want them to vote for,
okay,
what you have to do is sit them down. Maybe you can get all the manifestos. Okay, Betty, I belong to Part A because of A, B, C, D I've seen in their manifesto. So I would wish you also go through the manifesto and maybe vote for this party. Maybe you are now going to the university. I'm on retirement. I cannot pay so much. So if you vote for them, maybe we'll get some sponsorship from there. Or because of
there is
something.
a caller on the line. Obi. Okay, hello. My dear caller, where you are calling from, and then your name and your contribution.
Yes, good evening.
Hello, good evening. You are welcome to Family Life.
Thank you. My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Tema.
Welcome. Ima. Hello.
Yes, my name is Emmanuel.
Ima, your contribution. You are welcome to Family Life.
Thank you so much. I wanted to ask about the voting part.
Okay.
Please, I wanted to ask about the names. If let's assume you went there and you wanted to vote, okay, and maybe your name is not in the register, but you have your pictures and your name in the computer. That one too, please, would they allow you to vote?
We can't get it. Your name is not in the register.
Exactly. On the register where they are checking the names, your name is not there. But they can find your pictures in the machine. That one, that is what I'm asking about. That would they allow you to vote?
Which machine?
Come. If your name is not in the register,
picture,
you'll see your picture there.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why they give time for exhibition. And most people do not go and check. We went round most of the polling stations. You get about 10 people checking their names. That's where they make the necessary corrections. So if you go and your name is not in the register, you can't vote.
It means you are not an eligible voter.
So you always must confirm. You should have confirmed that your name is there, all your particulars are in the register, so that on the voting day you will not be found wanted.
So let's come in. So we were talking about the family, how the family should conduct themselves. But is there a way that families can contribute to violence?
Yes, yes. You see, if you're in a family and the family members, because of their different ideologies, they belong to different parties, doesn't mean that you are enemies. Yeah. So if, for instance, the family continually engages in heated argument, and then some of them, they make utterances that suggest that maybe their party is going to rig the election.
Okay.
Or like you are teasing each other no matter what your party is going to win. See, the member leaves the house with that anger, and that can cause him or her to cause electoral violence. So there should be a peaceful atmosphere in the home, despite the fact that you belong to different parties. If I belong to party A and you belong to party B, it doesn't mean that we should be enemies. Maybe the way you want to bring about peace and development in the country is different from the way I want to also bring peace and development to the country. But in the end, we all want to bring peace and development into the country. So we don't need to fight. So we should be very careful, as Madam is saying. It is we should do more education advocacy. Sometimes we should do some observation and investigations.
Okay, there is a caller.
Okay.
Hello, Solomon from Kumasi.
Yes,
you are welcome
good evening.
to Family Life.
Yes, I want to ask a question about the electoral process.
Okay.
Yeah, my question is, if someone is visually impaired and that person comes to the police center, is it the polling agents or the political parties agents who will show the person where to vote? For example, if the person wants to vote for party A or the party B, and the person has nobody to direct him or her to vote, is it the polling agent or who has the right to lead the visually impaired to vote? And then another question is, there are some instances where these election officials also cause interferences. That is, if somebody wants to vote for party A, they will tell you, oh, vote for party B. Such cases, who do we report such an official to? Thank you very much. That's my question.
You are welcome. Madam.
Okay. We have this tactile jackets for the blind.
Okay.
But maybe if the person has, but that one it's even simple. Like if it's one dot, you feel it. If it's two, we have 2 dots. 3, we have it in that order. But we have some who are not actually blind. So that one is the presiding officer who have to assist the person. But if the person comes with someone he or she trusts, is the person who will have to guide the person to vote.
Okay.
There are some, they will come with relatives, but they don't trust them. So they will ask the presiding officer to assist them.
Okay.
So that one, the presiding officer will do that.
So in this case, the voter will tell the presiding officer whom he or she wants to vote for. Then will direct them.
Yes.
Very good. Okay.
It will be very improper to ask the party B or party A agent to assist.
They are not supposed to do that.
Not
at all. It's the duty of the presiding officer.
They don't have to do that.
Okay.
Because if you are voting
maybe
for,
whilst in the queue, maybe they will say that. But you don't have the right behind the table to ask someone to go and vote for a particular party.
Okay.
It is wrong.
And so the question that he asked, in case somebody does that,
the presiding officer is in charge of the polling station. So you report to the presiding officer. Because today the police officer was telling us that that day is the presiding officer who is commanding the polling station.
Exactly.
So if the person asks the police officer or the security officer there, please, I want you to take this man out. They follow instructions. Yes.
Wow. Okay, it's interesting. And so let's continue to go. And okay, another question. Hello, dear. You are welcome. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, this is Godwin, calling from Ashare Junction.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is not the first time we are doing votes at the Ghana here. We did from 1992, I did it, and up to now. But now I see no reason why this time the vote change. It's such a way that, so yes, we take ammo and go to police station. And even you can't even take mobile phone to the side, and this change like that. So I want to know the reason why this went on already.
The last one.
The last question, we didn't hear you well.
You said?
Come again.
Come again, the last sentence.
Part of your question, I didn't hear you.
Yes, I said this is not the first time we are doing vote in Ghana.
Yes.
I started my vote in Ghana since 92, the yes or no, up to now. And once that we are growing rather in the democracy, the white come that this year, they say soldiers will wear ammo with even taking guns to the police station. And even you can't hear by even taking your phone in your pocket, but you can't hear. And I seen even people went to the police station without getting their names. I want to know the reason why this year didn't change like that.
No.
Okay, please, we did not ask you not to take your phones to the polling station. if you were listening, Chaplain even said that you should charge your phone well and send it. In case of any eventuality, you can also call for reinforcement. What we are advising is that taking pictures of vote cast is an offense. So when you get to the polling station, don't take pictures of your vote. That one is an offense. And you will be arrested for that.
So the stress is on don't take pictures on what you have voted for.
Yes,
Not that don't take your phone to the place. But what you have voted for, don't take pictures.
Yes.
And
someone was asking the other day that, so if you are in the booth, Tom printing, and you have a call, can't you pick your phone? And I said it's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
Just finish booting.
Because once you take the phone, we don't know your intentions. So there's no need to take it.
Okay. There is one question here saying that please can the MP of the constituency come around and share food and water at the polling station to the voters? Please, isn't it right to do so?
I think it is not right. You see, when you are in the queue, you are going to vote, you should not receive any gift, anything from anybody. Even in some leaflets, don't take them. See, after voting, if you leave the queue and somewhere they want to give you food, fine. But in the queue, no, it shouldn't be done.
Okay.
It shouldn't be done. So we must be.
It's part of bribery.
Yeah, it is. We must be mindful of such acts. They are unwarranted. We don't have to.
Okay.
Don't have to do that.
It looks as if our time is running, and I want us to just talk about a little about the family, because now our major concern is about family. How should we live in peace? How should we promote peace in this election? And what role should we play? One, in our conversation, in our attitudes, our advice to our family members. And if you are there and somebody is going to vote and you see something wrong, what should family really do? Some short message to families. Yeah, we are wrapping up.
The family must ensure that family to some extent. They interact and associate their peer group, because they can also push them. And we should also talk into the as they go in and they come out, sometimes be a bit inquisitive. What's he going to do? What kind of people is he or she working with? So you do all those things so that, as I said earlier, you can do more education, more advocacy, you do more investigation, you have the necessary fact to advise, talk to them, so that they will not get themselves involved in any electoral violence. Okay. So that we will have a free and fair election.
I learned that the security men are really poised to help the elections.
But that is our job.
Yes. Yeah.
That is our job, and we are going to do it professionally. I mean, professionally and effectively.
Wow.
So nobody should think that you will take Ghanaians for granted. We are not in for parties. We are in for our country.
Okay.
Country first.
Yes.
All the parties came to meet Ghana. So we will uphold Ghana. We will defend our motherland, Ghana, and not any party. Ghana is all that we have, Ghana. It is not party. The parties, they came, some came and we can't find them again. But Ghana is Ghana. And that is the only country we have. We must protect Ghana.
Thank you. Madam, in fact, you have some flyers. Let's see the information on it.
Ghana is all we have.
Yes. Okay.
We support peace.
Good.
My vote, my power. I'll not take money before I vote.
Yes.
My vote counts.
So
democracy
you
is all
vote.
inclusive.
Okay.
Even with the PWDs, they are to vote.
Okay.
Political tolerance strengthens democracy.
Good.
So we should all tolerate each other.
Each other.
And as families, I will say that when you read Proverbs 31:15, it talks about a woman getting up early, cooking for the family and all that. Our mothers used to call us midnight. If they want to advise you, then they'll advise you. Even when they want to punish you, they will punish you midnight. Because no one will be there to beg for you.
And better days have gone.
Yes. So as mothers, fathers and mothers, we wake up early. So I'll urge all parents that we should advise our children. Let's all print this Vigilantism Act and give it to the children to read and know the stiffer punishment in there so that they will be careful. Let's keep on educating them. It's not too late. We have 4 days.
Yes.
Education is important.
I read the devotional and the guy said now he's a pastor. What guided him was his mother told him that whenever you go out, know who you are and whose you are. You belong to God. So be careful. Don't go out there and do anything, cause any violence. So that kept him. Whenever they are doing something wrong, that thing will ring in his ear and he will quit from what others are doing. So when we talk to our children, they will listen.
Very good.
The political parties, the supporters listen to them more than us. So they all have families. They should take them as their family members and advise them to avoid any violence before, during, and after the elections. And we'll have violence-free elections.
Thank you.
Let me just quote this one since Madam is quoting. The chaplain should quote at least one.
Chaplain quote one.
So in Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 14, the Bible says that follow peace with all men and in holiness, without which no one will see God.
Amen.
So we should try as much as possible to follow peace with all men. So in this election, let us follow peace with all men and in holiness, without which no one will see God. Thank you.
Chaplain, thank you so much. Man, omen you here. Ghana mine. Ye wow dear.
You know me who.
Junior may you home. Men kasa won't come. So you free more and I bet me a say or mine. But because our God is alive, we will not destroy our country. Amen. I thank you so much for staying with us. Family Life is your program. Today we have discussed the role of the family in a peaceful election. We've given you security tips and I believe that you are going to follow. Madam said something. Families, let's print the Vigilante Act and let's learn and know the tougher punishments attached to it. So we'll be able to take ourselves from all forms of difficulties to have our family together. Today, Madam Mrs. Wilhelmina Nancy Edu Asamoah, the director for NCC Krowo Municipality, was here with us, and then Chaplain Lieutenant Colonel Peter Kwabena Nyaku Dodu was the man who took us through the security tips. I'm your usual host, Mrs. Betty Adam. We want to meet you next week. So go and cast your votes, come home peacefully and sleep. So next week, the same time, we'll be able to rejoice whoever wins. Because whoever our mother gives to us is our father. And so God bless our homeland Ghana and make us great and strong. As we go for the pools, we will come and meet each other in the name of God, the Father, and of the Son, and of the blessed Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.